In the annals of history, many names have been forgotten, their stories buried beneath the sands of time. But sometimes one man's courage, determination, and leadership can alter the course of a nation's destiny forever. William of Cassingham, the man whose name became synonymous with the defence of England, is one such figure. You may have never heard of him before, but without him, England as we know it today might not exist. We dive deep into the life of William of Cassingham, the commander who led England to triumph against overwhelming odds, saving his country during one of its darkest hours. William of Cassingham was born in the early 13th century in the heart of medieval England. Not much is known about his early life. Like many figures of the time, his childhood remains a mystery. But one thing is certain, by the time England was facing the threat of invasion, William had already earned a reputation as a skilled and dedicated soldier. He hailed from Cassingham, a small rural part of England that didn't have the prestige of major cities like London or York. But it was from humble beginnings that William rose through the ranks of the military, eventually gaining the respect of England's noble and military circles. What set William apart was his unwavering loyalty to his country and his ability to lead. England at this time was under the rule of King Henry III, a monarch often seen as weak and easily influenced. But while the king might have faltered, William stood firm, building a reputation as someone who could be trusted to lead England's defences. But it wasn't just political instability that threatened England, it was the growing power of external enemies. The country was facing constant raids and invasions, particularly from the Scottish Highlands and the rising threat from France. The tension was palpable. England needed a leader, a commander who could unite its people against the looming dangers. The first true test of William's mettle came in 1264, when Scotland, under the leadership of Simon de Montfort, began to invade northern England. The Scots, emboldened by the turmoil within the English court, launched a series of raids with the intention of taking control of the northern territories. It was a move that could have fractured England's already fragile borders. William was appointed by the English crown to defend the northern territories, a task that would require every ounce of his military skill and resolve. But the battle wouldn't be fought on a single battlefield. It would be a war of survival, waged with both strategy and strength. The Scots were fierce, their army strong and battle-hardened, but William's leadership brought cohesion to the English forces, uniting various military factions under his command. He knew that this war would be a test not just of his ability to lead, but of England's ability to survive. William immediately set about gathering resources, fortifying key defensive positions, and preparing his troops for what would be one of the most decisive engagements in English history. William's strategy was brilliant. He didn't just rely on traditional military tactics, he used the terrain to his advantage, leading the Scots into a trap that they couldn't escape. At the Battle of Dunbar in 1265, William's forces crushed the Scots, turning the tide of the invasion. His military prowess not only repelled the Scottish forces, but it also solidified his place as one of England's greatest commanders. The battle's victory was not just a military success, it was a symbol of England's resilience. And William of Cassingham became its symbol, a man whose leadership saved the kingdom from imminent collapse. With the Scottish threat quelled, William's skills would be tested again, this time against an even greater force, France. In the mid-1260s, France, under the reign of King Louis IX, began making territorial advances, pushing for control of the English Channel and surrounding territories. England could not afford another threat, especially one that could destabilise its coastal defences. William was called upon to lead the defence of the English coastline and the Channel Islands. And just like before, he didn't hesitate. He understood that the French military might could easily overwhelm England's defences if he didn't act quickly. William led a series of strategic skirmishes to weaken the French foothold, but it was the Battle of Boudicca's Pass in 1266 that would solidify his legacy. French forces attempted to march through a narrow pass where William's forces lay in wait. The French, confident in their superiority, were ambushed and surrounded, suffering a crushing defeat. This battle was a turning point. France's ambitions in England were thwarted, and the French military was forced to retreat. William's strategic genius, his knowledge of the terrain, and his ability to read the battlefield had saved England once again. But William's success came at a cost. The man who had saved England was now facing internal challenges. While William was focused on defending his country from external threats, there were those within England's own political system who saw his rise as a threat. In 1270, whispers of betrayal began to circulate within the court. William, with his growing influence, had made powerful enemies. Those who felt overshadowed by his victories started plotting against him, eager to see his downfall. William's life was a testament to his unwavering dedication to England, but it would ultimately be betrayal, not from foreign invaders, but from within his own ranks, that would lead to his fall from grace. In a political move that shocked the country, William was removed from his command, replaced by those who had once supported him. But despite the political turbulence, William of Cassingham's legacy remains intact. His leadership had saved England from both Scottish and French domination. His name became synonymous with courage, loyalty, and unwavering commitment to his people. William's death in 1281 was not a grand affair, nor did it come with the fanfare he so richly deserved. But his contribution to England's survival in the face of constant threats is undeniable. While other commanders may have basked in the glory of their victories, William was content knowing that his sacrifice had protected his country. His name may have faded into the background of history, but the victory he achieved at Boudicca's Pass and his triumphs over both the Scots and the French will forever echo through the pages of history. The story of William of Cassingham is a reminder that true heroes don't always seek the spotlight. Sometimes, they're the ones who quietly carry the weight of a nation on their shoulders, making decisions that will alter the course of history. From saving England from Scottish invasion to halting the ambitions of France, William's contributions to England's survival cannot be overstated. His name may not be as well known as other historical figures, but his impact was undeniable. He was the commander who saved England, not just once, but twice, at a time when the kingdom's very survival hung in the balance. So what do you think? Was William of Cassingham the hero England needed? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of England's unsung heroes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a hidden tale from history. Thanks for joining us on this journey through history's hidden tales. Until next time, stay curious, stay questioning, and remember, the past often holds the answers we need today.